Hey everyone, I'm Allison and you're watching Long Island Thrifter. Today I'm at Shop by the Pound in Westbury. So let's go thrifting. I'm so excited about this one. Shop by the Pound is located inside the Salmonet or Salmonia Mall at 1500 Old Country Road, Suite 229. That means it's upstairs in the mall. There's not a lot of signage, by the way, so I kind of was wandering around until I found escalators and found, where to go. There's a lot of experiences here, including axe throwing, trapeze, which is kind of great. This is like an experience mall now. And there's even rock climbing. But you know what my favorite experience or sport is? It's Shop by the Pound. Let's go check this out. It is a very crowded spot. I have to say, I think the mall should give them a bigger space because they've got so much stuff. And here's the price list. Here's how much everything costs. And here's the other thing. They're only open on Saturdays and Sundays. I happened to be there on Veterans Day, which was a holiday, and they were open. And everything was half off. So you put your stuff on the scale, and there you go. The first things I see are these Capodimonte lamps. That is for a real specific living room. These are $75 each. And when I, checked them online, I was surprised, but someone has a pair up that are similar for 200, and then others have sold for about 150, including this last one that sold for $199. So $75 each. It was half off day, so I think they were $75 for the pair, so that's not too bad. Some of these things are going to be a lot heavier by the pound, obviously, and there is also a lot of clothing. There's also this. They get mystery packages from all of those places, which is kind of interesting. But look at that clothing. It is incredible how much is there. And there's step ladders for you to get up on chairs too. People are digging into this stuff. I was a little overwhelmed, to be honest. I've gone to Goodwill and their bins. It's a little different. This is truly people getting up on these step ladders and stuff. There's vinyl, there's electronics. You name it, they have it here. It's pretty incredible. And over here, more electronics and furniture, mirrors. Then I got kind of into the housewares area where I did find this beautiful Breville blender, which, it looked like in great condition. I found a sold comp for $90, but again, it's Shop by the Pound. So this was incredible. This has got to be at least 50 pounds. This keyboard, this Kurzweil keyboard. I found one that sold for 400, but again, if it was half price, 50 pounds, and then you do $299 times 50 pounds is about $149.50, and then half off that day. So $75 for the keyboard. And then you just have to get it out of the mall and get it into your car and then sell it somewhere or keep it for yourself. I don't know. I'm actually in the Housewares area right now looking through some of the Corel and Pyrex that I see, and there's some labels or stickers on some of the items that I did see that show that they came from Goodwill. So along with some of those other places that they get their stock from, I did see some Goodwill. That knife block over there is one of those good ones. I don't know if those are still big now. You tell me. Over here in the toy area, I see a newer Pyrex. This is a lowercase Pyrex. So anyone out there looking at Pyrex, you know that if it's lowercase lettering like you see here, that is a newer item. It's not a vintage item. But then, funny, over here, I found another Pyrex in the toys, and this is uppercase, and uppercase is older. So just a little tidbit of knowledge to pass along to anyone looking at Pyrex. Next, I looked up on this rack and I saw this really interesting cookie jar. It's an old stove, which, and it's also McCoy I have a thing about cookie jars. I think they're great, but this one, for some reason, I was like, this really is a specific look for somebody to want. It also had a little bit of chips on the lid. I mean, everything else looked pretty good. It looked in vintage condition, but I just didn't feel like it was something I was going to buy. And then when I looked up comps, I was glad I didn't, because they run anywhere from 15 up to about $28. So nothing big. There's several for sale. I've gotten to looking at glassware like this so I can see if there's any markings on the bottom, and I don't see any on these glasses. They're pretty glasses though, but you know what? I'm trying to get away from the glassware. It's a lot to ship as far as, packing is concerned, and making sure everything gets there in good condition. I saw this piece down here. It's an old-fashioned butter dish. Very pretty. I believe it's made in Bavaria, and it's in, like I said, nice condition. There's no cracks or chips or anything like that. But I don't know. That's going to sit on in my inventory for a long time. I did find two for sale. They run anywhere from $20 to $35. They're not exactly the same one, but I left that behind. And there's so much to see here. These plates are from like a restaurant supply or party rental company. You can find a lot of nice dishware. Could you imagine how much that typewriter is going to cost? Even with half off today, that would be insane, because those are very heavy. That's a dish from the Food Network. And then over here, I did notice under this stuff, this ruffled plate, and I looked it up and I actually found others like it. They are selling for, or trying to sell for, $21 to $50. But I found one that sold for $24.50, which was similar, not the exact same one. So I left that behind in the pile. There are a lot of broken things in here too, by the way. But this was a Spode, I don't know what, but how many people are selling Spode now? I mean, it looks like a cover to something. There's hats. I know a lot of people do the baseball caps. And there's jewelry. There's lots of packs of jewelry. Now, I don't know if half price off that day would have included this, because some of these bags, I think, were running around $30. So I've got enough stuff at home to try and go through that this was not something that looked like anything I would want to do. Oh, wow. That was $95. Oof. I did not see that. $43.99. Okay, 30. So yeah, I'm not sure if these were half off as well, but something to look out for if you're into jewelry. I know there's a lot of viewers out there that are, but I was kind of like, not going to do it. But I did continue looking at all the bags. I couldn't stop. I was kind of like so curious about them and wondering, is this something I want to tackle? And I kept going back to no, please don't buy one of these and bring them home, because then you would be sitting there for hours going through the jewelry. So I moved on. I won against the battle in my head. Oh no, there's snow babies here. Get away, snow babies, no. And then another one. I didn't know they came in these kind of boxes. This was a pretty platter. It's actually made in Japan, but it looks like something you would see made in England. I liked that a lot. I thought it was very pretty, and it was in good condition. It's the willow blue oval plate. I saw one selling for $40, but no sold comps. And then, I love myself some champagne buckets, and I did sell a really good one a couple months ago. This one is in kind of battered condition, but it was aluminum, so it would have been not that expensive. I did find two that sold, but those were in good condition. They actually look like the exact same one for almost $28. Now this, I don't know why, I really like this vase, and it's studio made, but I don't know by who or where. If anyone recognizes that, please let me know. I did buy it. And then for some odd reason, I bought this mortar. I couldn't find the pestle, but it's a nice marble one. And when I looked them up, I found one that sold for 17 and then others for 5 and 8 and 10. I don't know what I was thinking. And then over here, I did see this Mara Mexico mug. Say that 3 times fast. This is $29.95 someone is selling it for, and others similar ones I found sold anywhere between $22 and $28. A few things to know about Shop by the Pound. They are open on Saturdays and Sundays only. I happened to find out that they were open on a holiday Monday, and it was Veterans Day. So that's when I went, which I think was great because it wasn't that crowded. Maybe a lot of people didn't realize it was open. It's a great store. I really like it a lot. I think the mall should give them a bigger space because it's packed in there. There's a lot of stuff to look at. I must have been in there for like an hour and a half. I think it's really great if you are a clothing reseller. So this is a good place for you. You can get a lot of bang for your buck. As for what I bought, do I have regrets? Yes, we all have thrifting regrets. I don't know why I bought the mortar. I couldn't find the pestle anywhere, but I really love white marble, and I think this is so pretty. There's something about it that I just really like. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because the resale on it is really not worth my time. I do love this vase. I think this is so beautiful. Look at the detail and the textures on this. It's so cool. But there's no marking on the bottom. I don't see any marking. I don't know who made it or where it was made. If you know, please drop a comment below. And then the Mara Mexico mug. I really love this a lot. I think it's great. It's 1.9 pounds. It's in wonderful condition. I think this is vintage. I don't think they make this pattern anymore, the fish like this. I did see one selling, as I showed you earlier, for $30, but no sold comps on this one. But I do have it up on eBay right now. All of these items would have cost if it was not a half price day because of their weight. This is almost 2.5 pounds. This would have cost me about $22 or $23. It cost me 11 and change for the 3 items. I don't feel so terrible about that. I still have regrets about this. I shouldn't have done it. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, I do like Shop by the Pound a lot. I think you should go check it out. I wish we had more Shop by the Pound places. I wish we had Goodwill bins here on Long Island, but we don't. The closest ones are in Queens. Definitely go check out Shop by the Pound in Westbury. You'll enjoy it. Thanks for watching Long Island Thrifter. If you enjoyed this video, I think you might like this one next. Keep on thrifting.